Yo guys, sorry, you already know that today we are back playing some more Triangle Strategy. On the last time, I believe we did a mock battle, and we got some story stuff to get to. There were two different things happening. I think that's it. Alright, cool. We have two different things happening, both say, like, main story stuff. So, we are definitely going to watch both of them. I don't remember, I think I might have gotten some notes that need to be read at some point. I don't remember, I might be completely wrong about that. But let's go ahead and just hop back into the story, because there's probably going to be some stuff setting up whatever the next conflict is, because I don't even think I know what the next battle would even entail. So let's start getting that way and seeing what's happening.
A coronation ceremony. Certainly there are more important matters to focus on right now.
A coronation is important to assuage the people's fears and restore their faith, besides which it is the royalists' most fervent wish.
Yeah, I kind of see, like, it feels like it would not be necessary, but also, like, yeah, especially now that the people are not overly happy with Roland in general right now. It could go either way. Either they hate him and everything goes terribly, or they let him speak and he improves his image in the eyes of the people. I don't really know.
Kingdom is only truly as strong as people believe it to be, and right now the world believes Glenbrook weak. The ceremony will be a display to the contrary.
Is this truly the remedy our situation calls for? Right now, I imagine the people care only for where their next hot meal will come from.
Rest assured, sire, House Wolford will see your subjects shan't go hungry. But trust me when I say nothing will hasten Glenbrook's return to her former glory so much as announcing the return of Regna's rightful heir. To win your subjects' hearts, you need do nothing but ascend to your position upon the throne.
You mean sit my royal backside on a fancy chair?
In a manner of speaking. A king's duty is first and foremost serving as his kingdom's symbol. You needn't trouble yourself with day-to-day governance. We will assume that burden.
I mean, he somewhat makes a solid point, but Roland is definitely not one to just sit there and let everybody else, like, run his nation for him.
After all, you have only just been crowned.
Especially someone like Patriot.
There will be no ceremony. The people will tell us what they need, and you will listen to them, Patriot. That is my command.
As you wish, King Roland.
Ooh, he's not able to just walk all over him and get his way. Take that.
How fare things, Suette? Have the relief supplies been given to those who need it?
Well, we had received a sizable shipment of goods from Hyzand, but there are complaints. It seems very few of those goods have made it into the hands of the people.
And why is that?
We aren't certain, though apparently Patriot and the Royalists involved themselves with the distribution.
Of course they did. We're gonna have to just, like, abandon all the Royalists altogether.
Left to their own devices.
Even more reason why he does not want to just sit back and let Patriot and the others just, like, rule stuff, because they're not gonna do a good job. They're gonna be selfish. Alright, so let's see the other one. What's happening here? I don't remember seeing if this is a part 1 of the chapter or not. It might be, so I don't know if there's going to be a decision coming up at some point. Maybe we'll have to make. It's looking rough out here.
There are more who accepted Esfrost's rule than I imagined.
Glenbrook's history is long. Yet, that is why hierarchy and precedent hold sway. This is a stubborn land, my lady, not given to easy change. Though Archduke Gustadolf, acting in the name of freedom, granted privilege after privilege to the powerful. For people used to Glenbrook's rigid customs, I suppose that sort of change must have been too seductive to resist.
I mean, it doesn't sound like there was that many downsides for the common person.
His freedom was naught but greed and cruelty.
I mean, it could have gotten way worse given, like, a longer rule, but, like,
everywhere for you.
I said it once and I'll say it again. As a normal, like, common person, it seems like there was basically no downside to Gustadolf's rule in Glenbrook. So I understand why they might have been okay with it and why they might not be cool with it going away. That could have changed after a long time of Gusudolf's rule, but for a short period of time, it seems like there was no downsides for the common person.
A Wolfort messenger. Did you run all this way? What's happened?
My lady, I hail from Castle Wolfort, bearing tidings of Lord Simo.
I was just about to say, has, like, anybody heard from Lord Simon in a while? He, like, fell asleep a while back and just, it's been chilling.
Has he awakened?
He has.
Ooh.
He's in high spirits and recovering well.
Okay.
He's most pleased to hear of the capital's recapture. He bids you visit Castle Wolfort so he can honor you himself.
I don't remember what the world was like when he fell asleep and how much has changed, because I feel like it should be a lot. But I don't remember.
Bring these glad tidings to Serenoa at once. How long it has been since I've seen him smile.
There is one more bit of news I have for you, my lady, but it is not so happy.
Uh-oh.
Is there some sort of trouble in the Wolfort domain?
Bandits are laying waste to the Rosellan village.
Oh.
To our shame, Castle Wolfort does not have enough soldiers to stop this. We would beg Lord Serenoa's wisdom in this matter.
The enemy must be powerful indeed. We cannot leave the Rosellan village defenseless.
Have we found our next combat, maybe?
Let us inform the others. Messenger, with us.
Although we've also already had a combat in the Rosellan village, so who knows? Oh?
Well, well. Things are about to get interesting.
I don't like hearing you say that. Alright, so whatever's about to happen, it feels like it's not going to be anything good. But only one way to find out. There is going to be a decision. Alright, before I forget, I want to see if I did, in fact, buy notes or if I'm just going crazy. I thought there was, but I could have already read them. There we go. The history of Esfrost. The origins of the Grand Duchy of Esfrost are complex. The nation's founders were of House Esfrost, a family of nobles related to the previous generation of Glenbrook's royal line. At the time, a clan from the northern mountains repeatedly invaded the kingdom and caused great damage. House Esfrost then led a company of vassals and mercenaries into the mountains and defeated the clan's chief. In recognition of their valor, the king granted the Esfrost dukedom and rulership of their conquered territory, which came to be known as the Grand Duchy of Esfrost. House Esfrost encouraged the mountain folk under their jurisdiction to turn their ironworking skills into an industry, thus strengthening their move toward independence. The crown transferred to the current family line. Esfrost made its break from the kingdom and established itself as its own nation. The military might is still alive and well in the Black Irons, who wield the latest iron arms, and the mountain folk raised in the harsh northern environs ardently support the simple and stable rule of House Esfrost. Okay, neat history lesson. Alright, the might of the goddess. The history of Roselia is also the history of the goddess's teachings. The goddess punished the Roselle who attempted to claim the realm's salt as their own and bestowed the source upon her faithful. The goddess's scriptures are the oldest of Roselia's written records, and her teachings are the oldest religion in the land. The history of her followers predates that of all nations. With the source and the power of salt at their backs, her faithful built a nation headed by Hierophant, a unified church and state. That nation came to be known as the Holy State of Hyzant. According to the scriptures, Hyzant is the oldest of the three nations. Although it is unknown when the giant statue of the goddess at the source was built, her believers assert that it is the goddess descended upon this earth. Her words are spoken through the Hierophant, who in turn brings equality to her faithful. The fact that such a peculiar nation owns the source and has held such a tremendous influence since antiquity is both a mystery and distinction of Roselian history. While some books assert that Glenbrook is the oldest of the three nations, those records were written after the goddess's scriptures. This has led some to believe that they are more fabrication than fact. Although there is no doubt as to when the scriptures were written, the level of literacy completeness suggests that other records should have existed at the time. Since no such records remain, however, it is hypothesized that a large-scale book burning may have occurred. That's what I was going to say. I was just like, just because they don't exist now doesn't mean that they didn't exist. We also know that history has been erased a little bit when you look at, like, Narv's grandfather. So, you know, there is already a precedent for stuff like that happening. Winds of Roselia. There are two large wind systems constantly blowing across Roselia. The cold wind, blowing from north to south, is known as the mountain wind. The warmer wind that blows from east to west is the desert wind. These two winds collide above the plains, creating clouds and bringing about rainfall. The breeze generated by this collision also helps ship traveling upstream. Birds instinctively use this wind when in flight. Messenger birds in particular take advantage of the gust to travel long distances quickly. When great hawks have riders upon their backs, they utilize the strong winds to ascend and glide. Skilled hawkers and hawk riders can read the winds and use them to travel further faster. Nice. That's cool. The people of Roselia. Alright. People are a product of their environment. For example, citizens of Glenbrook are calm and mild-mannered, much like their mild surroundings. Those living in the Crown City that bustles with trade, however, are calculating and easily influenced by others. People are also characterized by their emphasis on custom and tradition, which should be expected from such a long-standing nation. Those living in the Wolford domain are simple and sincere, perhaps influenced by their lords. Frosty citizens, on the other hand, are characterized by their proud and independent personalities. The duchy is home to many ambitious and inquisitive artisans. Some might say they can come off as self-righteous. The Hyzantian subjects are pious and honest. Followers of the goddess, they offer their thanks to her every day for a blessing of equality. Ordinary persons such as myself tend to feel ashamed in comparison. Finally, we have the Roselle, marked by their rose-colored hair. Unfortunately, I've never had the pleasure of meeting a Rosellan in person, though I doubt I ever will find one outside the source. The goddess's teachings portray them as sitters who attempted to monopolize salt in ancient times, but could that really be true? Probably not. Any other notes? No, alright, I think I've read all the notes that I bought, so now I guess it is time to be introduced into what this decision is, and see if we can actually make a better decision than last time, because I still don't think that the decision we made last time was the right one, because it's coming with a lot of consequences that, I mean, I kind of saw coming, and, you know, we'll see what we can do about it now that we are in this situation. Because I don't even know what this situation, or what this decision is going to even be about.
Thank you all for helping to determine the extent of the damage to the capital. This information will be invaluable as we proceed with reconstruction. There is also happy word from Castle Wolfort. My Lord Father is awake. They say he is recovering apace and is already up and walking.
Those are glad tidings indeed.
He says he would like to see us and hear of all that has passed while he was taken ill.
Oh, it's gonna be a long story.
Then what are we waiting for? I'll saddle the horses.
Would that we could depart at once, but the messenger brought another piece of news.
Bandits plague the outskirts of the Rosellan village.
Jerome and his folk are there. They can handle a few mangy thieves, surely.
If it's enough to bring us the message, then it seems like they probably haven't handled it by now.
Not according to the messenger. The bandits are proving a formidable foe.
Which is why they have asked us for aid.
Apologies for my tardiness. It's sudden, I know, but I must ask you a favor.
Oh.
What is it?
I suspect Patriot and his royalists of filching relief supplies.
We've no proof it's them, but the fact remains. The people in most need of those goods are not receiving them.
The matter warrants investigating at the very least, and I would ask for Wolfort's assistance.
Do we only get to choose to assist one of them?
I see.
Oh gosh.
Well, we were just discussing what we ought to do next. Allow me to explain the 3 courses of action before us.
3?
1. Return to Castle Wolfort as my Lord Father requests.
No, we can do that after. That is, in my opinion, not on the table. I know that you want to see him, and it's sentimental, and it's been a while, and you want to tell him all that sort of stuff, but I don't think, like, you have to assume, like, he's awake, he's doing fine, you can go see him after. Maybe that's just me because I'm playing a video game, and if you're in this situation, you're like, oh, if I go to battle, maybe I won't make it out alive, and then I won't be able to ever see him again. But I feel like this is not a course of action that we could possibly take. This is just like, oh, we're not going to help either of you, we're going to just do our own thing, which I don't like.
2. Defend the Rosellan village from bandits.
This is a good option, just because, you know, we have been trying to protect the Roselle, and I think at some point we may be able to really, like, save them, like, long-term, from this constant, like, targeting, and helping them along the way would be good, and also just helping people that are being attacked by bandits is just, like, an objectively good thing to do.
Or 3. Remain in the capital to investigate the royalists.
This is also a good thing to do, because people that need help are not receiving it, so doing this is also helping people that really need it. So I'm really torn between the Rosellan thing and the Royalist thing.
Lord Simon has recovered. What splendid news. If I could only go to him myself and thank him for all House Wolfort has done. but I cannot leave the capital in the throes of a possible scandal. Too many hold the royal family in contempt as it is.
That may be the case, but now that Lord Simon has awoken, someone must make sure he is healthy and apprise him of recent events.
Benedict's gonna be the one that, like, oh, we have to go back to Lord Simon, and I'm gonna have to not be able to change his mind, and I'm gonna have to make sure that he doesn't convince other people to do that again.
I would go to Castle Wolfort, Lord Serenoa, if it pleases you.
My heart breaks for the Rosellan village. Let me go to its defense, even if I must go alone.
Honestly, I feel like we could split up this party in, like, at least half and do 2 of these things at the same time. I have, like, 20 people in my group, and I can only bring, like, 10 to each fight anyway. Why don't I just have 10 people fight the Rosellans, or the bandits at the Roselle village, and have, like, 10 people go investigate whatever, or break it, like, 10 and 9, and then send Benedict off alone to talk to Simon, because I'm not going to bring him to a fight anyway. Honestly, that's the best option, but obviously that's not going to be something we can do.
Far too dangerous a task for one person.
Well, I would have the Wolfort soldiers with me, of course. Besides, do you recall our first meeting?
Of course I do. You were being assailed by rogues at the port.
If you hadn't been there, who knows what would have become of me. But I am not as weak now as I was then. I am stronger, enough that I shall bring no dishonor to House Wolfort's name.
You know, that's crazy. I do remember earlier in the game where I'm just like, man, Frederica is, like, kind of weak and doesn't do that much damage, and, like, I have not felt that or said that for a long time, because she really did get stronger. That is both a testament to just, like, her as a character, but, like, also, like, canonically in the story, she was kind of weaker and then got stronger, and that has been reflected with what she's saying, which is interesting. I don't know if that's on purpose, but I do find it pretty funny.
My lord, have faith in me. Let me do this.
We gotta see what the scales say.
Very well.
Oh?
It seems best that Benedict, Frederica, and I each attend to these pressing matters, separately.
Oh, so all 3 of these things might actually happen, but do we have to choose who we are going to go help out?
Indeed, but the rest of us cannot be in 3 places at once. We can only choose one path to take.
Okay, this makes me feel better. So, absolutely, Simone, that is off the table. Benedict's already going and is going to be doing that and taking care of that. That seems like there is no reason that you need extra help. I know that Serenoa would want to, and probably Eridor and other people that, like, have strong connections to Simone, but you don't have to. You don't need more soldiers for the investigation that Roland wants to do. Although you could if you end up really busting some shady activity and then they start defending. The only one that's immediate combat is definitely the bandits at the Rosellan village.
Bring the scales of conviction.
Which is the path that I'm leaning towards, because that would need the most amount of people, like, combat-ready people to go help. Even though I am very interested in the investigation of a Patriot and the other Royalists. Can I help but feel restless? You reclaim the Crown City and have already begun restoration efforts. There should be no question as to what needs to be done here. And yet, something has me unsettled. Alright, so Benedict is the one that wants to return. I would have to convince a lot of people to do that, and I don't think so, unless both Anna and Eridor make that decision and screw me over again. So we have Remain in the Crown City. Obviously, Roland and Huette are going to say that, and then the Rosellan village, obviously, Frederica and Gila are going to say that. So, for the first time in a long time, can I, like, I'm going to go outside because I always forget to do this, and I always just assume that I can't, and I don't know why. And let's see what sort of stuff we can learn, and then we will come back. I am definitely leaning towards travel to the Rosellan village and investigate the bandits. Bandits should be easy to take care of. Maybe Rufus will show up again, and that's something that we can take care of and would need more people. Alright, yeah. I feel like I've gotten my points across. Must admit, I am deeply fascinated by you, Lord Serenoa, Lord Turnstade, who won his kingdom back from Frosty clutches and saw the prince back to his throne. I only wonder how you people will welcome such a hero home. Pray allow me to accompany you, my lord. If I go to Wolfort, I suppose my lord will be coming with me. Oh, so that could be used to talk somebody out of going back. Oh, examine? What am I examining? Oh, I didn't even see the sparkles. I think that was some, like, large HP stuff. You have something. Our salt reserves are running low. We must restore trade with Hyzant as soon as possible. What are the St. Louis 7? Is there anything you can do? Considering merchants are already on the move, let's give them some time. permission before we act. Yeah. I don't know. That's kind of like a non-answer, and I don't fully believe that, but it is probably one of the best things to say, isn't putting the cart before the horse. If you allow merchants to do as they please, and we'll lose face. We'll, of course, expedite officially restoring trade, but it's critical that we stabilize our salt supplies. We would accomplish that quicker and avoid any unnecessary confusion by using the merchants. I see drastic times call for drastic measures, and more important right now to adapt rather than being bound by the usual order of things. You put my mind at ease. Alright, cool. Alright, that seemed to be... that worked good enough. Wow, you're gonna have this whole end here, and there's not even gonna be, like, anything for me to, investigate. Do any of you say anything of use? Roland was alive. Your house my utmost respect for helping him reclaim the capital. My allegiance to the royal family shall not waver, not now or ever. Nice. Good to know. We were downright cowards under Esfrost's rule, but hearing stories of House Wolfort's courage in reclaiming the capital has inspired us to do better. Cool. I know there's somebody with an exclamation point over there. I will get around to it. I'm just over here mashing A, hoping to pick up a random sparkly that I don't see. Does not seem to be the case. We'll go check back there, but let's talk to this Glenbrook noble first. We royalists, along with Minister Patriot himself, are helping to rebuild the capital. We must reverse all the changes that Esfrost has wrought and see the Crown City back to its former glory. I know that there are many problems facing the kingdom now, but us royalists are more than happy to take care of everything. Please do domestic affairs and reassure the people that everything will be okay. Try to win the Archduke's favor in order to protect themselves. Yeah, because that's what I've heard. You see, we, the people, it was all for the people, my lord. We thought that by bending the knee first, people would follow example and be spared from harm. So you allowed yourselves to be used by the Archduke, and now that he's gone, you change your tune yet again. How dare you? I refuse to be condescended to by cowards who deserve us to curry favor with the Holy State. We knew what we had to do survive, and I shan't let anyone tell me I was wrong to do so. I'm not saying you're wrong, just don't have this like high and mighty like, oh, we only love you, we only love the king. It's like, no, when the situation calls for it, you absolutely will change your tune in order, just own up to it, basically. That's all you need to do. Superior stone. Alright, cool. So we're getting some good materials. I'm sure that's stuff that I will need for upgrades and whatnot. I don't know that there's anything else here. What do you say? I've heard great things about you. You're appointed one of the Saintly Seven, and you demonstrated your prowess as Lord of the High House in battle. After we royalists address you from now on. Oh, that wasn't an option. I thought you were going to give me an option as what you should call me. Whatever, just call me Slyroh, I guess. Heard some bandits were spotted on the outskirts of Rosellan village. Rumor has it they were led by some father and daughter duo. What were their names again? Father and daughter, that sounds like Travis and Trish. I did not remember their names. What could they be after? Okay. Alright, I think I've learned everything that I can out here. I learned a couple of things. Maybe with the Travis and Trish stuff, we might be able to persuade somebody to come with us. I think I'm definitely going to do the travel to the Rosellan village. I think no matter what, it sounds like Benedict will go back to Wolfort, and Roland may go back or stay in Glenbrook and, you know, work on the investigation with the royalists. I want to go to the Rosellan village and help out people that like really just have no defense, it seems like right now. I feel like Benedict can't really be talked out of, so it's my duty to have him while he was ill. Yeah, he's already chosen the path, so he's not going to leave.
Lord Saranoa.
Finally managed to root the Esfrosti force from the capital. Seems our busy days are not over yet. Now we must decide which issue requires our attention most. Let's see. Okay, alright, so it looks like between these two, Anna is more likely to do the Rosellan thing. Although she could always just choose Benedict's side. You have accompanied Lady Frederica, my lord. Just what the bandits seek. The Rosellan village, far though it may be, still falls within Wolfort, and I cannot turn a blind eye to anyone who seeks to disrupt our domain. Yeah. Of course, it's your duty as a lord to think about such things.
Even so.
Our opponent would not be another nation's army, but simple bandits. I cannot help but wonder if that is truly a priority right now.
I need time.
Having bandits in our domain is certainly a problem that concerns House Wolfort, and yet... Dang. Alright, so I don't know if there was something better I could have said. Oh gosh. Crown City. Alright, let's try this. So, well, it seems like spending time investigating would actually be the hardest thing to do, because the two undecided people seem like they don't want to listen to that reason. Oh, shoot. Want to accompany Lady Frederica. So I must do what I can. I'm curious what bandits would hope to find in the Rosellan village. They must have some goal to travel so far. Maybe because I unlocked it, this is something that could help change somebody's mind. Eridor, please, I need you to save me here.
You're onto something.
It is pretty strange now that you mention it. I doubt there's anything of interest there for your average bandit. Do you think it's possible they heard about the key that'll free the Roselle? If they did, there's a chance they think it'll fetch a pretty price. In any case, I'm worried about Jerome and the others. If this is the path we choose, we best make haste to that village. Thanks for that. I think you might be right. All right. We might have the vote. Okay. So it seems like Eridor might be on our side. Gila and Frederica are obviously going to do that as well. So we should be set. I don't even know if I can change Hewitt's mind. There's still so much work to be done. Remember Kingsguard, I wish to stay here. Okay, she will listen, at least. Let's see. You want to make for the Rosellan village? Are you certain it's the best time for that? Part of our domain. I faith Frederica. Many bandits. Now it's time for Roland shows people that the new king is capable of. Honestly, yeah. My main reason for this is I trust that Benedict can do his thing, Roland can do his thing, but, you know, for an actual fight, I would want more people. That's legitimately my reasoning. Plus, you're right. This is a critical moment for him as king. If people saw that House Wolford had a hand in resolving the problem, they may be hesitant to acknowledge his power. Perhaps the capital is best left in King Roland's hand after all.
Okay.
I see now your reason for wanting to visit the Rosellan village. Ooh, did I change Hewitt's mind? That's crazy. Which means I guess I could technically change Gila's mind if I was making a different decision. Maybe slowly sitting down the capital. Right now would be the perfect time to pay the Rosellan village a visit. Rose's bandits are clearly troubling her. Perhaps you could help put her mind at ease. She would potentially listen to just returning home, but I don't need to change her mind. I think I've got it. I think Hewitt and Eridor are going to both vote to go to the Rosellan village, and 4 votes is majority. So we should be set, and I should actually get what I want this time. And I bet if I didn't go outside and talk, I might not have gotten that. Actually, I might have still been able to sway Hewitt.
It is time to cast our votes. We have 3 options before us. Return to the Wolford domain, depart to the Rosellan village, or stay in the capital. Approach the scales of conviction with your token at the ready.
Alright, let's see what happens. I mean, obviously we know where Roland's going. We know where Benedict's going. And then obviously we know where Frederica's going. I like that it's not just like, oh, if you don't do this, the other 2 are not going to happen. It's just like, all 3 of these things are going to happen to varying degrees of success, though. You know, if any of them run into trouble...
My apologies.
Lucinoa, but I believe we belong here for now. So she's choosing... the Roland option. Oh, that's interesting. If Hewitt doesn't change her mind, I think that would actually have the majority of votes, potentially. But it doesn't matter. I'm pretty sure we're good. But this does mean that it's just like, oh, if Benedict encounters some trouble along the way getting home, it's just like, he's kind of screwed. If we all leave and then Roland needs some sort of backup, it's just like, he's kind of screwed. So there is a risk to everything that we're choosing.
Please forgive me.
Remember the Kingsguard? I think the capital and King Roland need us most. Okay. Oh, are we staying here? If I don't get my way and we don't go to the Rosellan village, if we stay here and take part in the investigation, I won't be that upset. Honestly. I think that would be okay. Wait, if Eridor switches to our side,
Just can't see it your way.
Okay. Alright, so... I don't know what I had to do to get people to go to the Rosellan village. I really thought I made some solid arguments. Maybe if I brought up there must have been a reason, that bandits want the Roselle, that Anna might have changed her mind, but... Wow. Maybe because it was, going to be a tie, they just decided to, switch Eridor to be, the tiebreaker? Because I feel like there's no logical reason that Eridor would have chosen to stay here. Wait, what? Oh my gosh. We have to return to Wolford and... Okay, so I guess here... Well, that's annoying. There's no reason for that. I don't know, man. This is the second time where it's like I try to persuade Anna and Eridor when they're undecided, mind you. They're undecided. I did not try to change their mind from the opposite. And they're just like, you know what? Yeah, we're not listening to you. We're going to do what Benedict says. That's really annoying. That's the second time that's happened.
Is decided. We return to the Wolfort domain with Benedict and inform Father that we have reclaimed the capital.
What a stupid choice. What a stupid choice. The fact that you're so limited, like, I know you can make any option. You can. Any of the three that are put before you, you can do them. They just require very specific steps. I know that it's possible, but the fact that it seems so impossible to make the choice that you want this late in the game is asinine and ridiculous, and I absolutely hate it. This is the second time that's happened. First time I was like, okay, fine, I didn't go outside, I didn't get some information, whatever. This time, there is no reason that I should not have gotten at least 4 votes. Both Eridor and Hewitt both made, like, signs that they, like, agreed with what I was saying. And if anything, Anna seemed to, like, I don't know. It should have been, like, either 4-2-1 or 3-2-2 in favor of going to the Rosellan Village. But it seems like all of my work, effort, and everything that I tried to do just doesn't matter. Unless you take the very specific steps that you don't know about, unless you're looking at a walkthrough, I guess, then you're just, like, screwed. This is so annoying.
Lord Simon will be most pleased.
Whatever.
Of course.
Tell your duty, we're going back. I don't care. Alright, cool. Have fun.
Oh, Lord Cyrano.
Yeah, I'm returning home. You can come with us and spy on us all you want.
Perfect timing.
Yeah, cool, you can come. Yeah, sure, whatever.
How'd you sneak into
I have my ways, sure, whatever.
Companionship of
So annoying.
What her aims are, my lord. But I do know she will be easier to watch by your side.
Yeah, she would have been easier to watch if we didn't take her home and we just took her to the Rosellan Village where she could have helped out in combat. But yeah, no, whatever, sure.
All right, Milo, you may come. But you'll be put to work.
Of course, my lord.
Then this is farewell for now. King Roland, Frederica, until our reunion.
If I wasn't only a couple chapters away from the end of the game, I would have stopped playing right now. I would legitimately stop playing. This is at the point where it's close enough where I'm just like, I like, why bother playing? Why bother playing if this game about choices doesn't give me a choice? I like the combat, but this is infuriating. Yeah. All right. So I'm ending this episode here, and we'll pick up next time and do this choice. I assume the story's still gonna make a way for there to, like, fit in some combat and fit in something, and it'll be fine and dandy, whatever. But I have lost so much investment in the story when I can't make the choices that I want, despite putting in the effort to do so, because I didn't make one specific right thing, and I didn't say the one specific right thing to change one specific person's mind. It's so aggravating. So I am very upset, but I'll get over it, and we'll, get to the end of playing this game. I'm probably going to look up what I was supposed to do and just be even more mad about that. So it is what it is. Hopefully y'all enjoyed. If so, let me know. See you the next time. So until then, peace out.